Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Yoga Gypsy Live. You're in Revival Flow. And for those of you that may have never taken a Revival Flow, it's a class that I created to really help awaken your inner fire, your inner spirit, child, whatever it is inside, your intention that you're wanting to pull forth. So I'd like everybody to start today in an easy seated position. Hey, Allison. I'm glad you joined us. And I want you to sit upright. You can sit up on a pillow or a block. That's totally fine. And just take your shoulders and relax them up, back, and down. And you can close your eyes. I definitely recommend closing your eyes. If you have any kind of music going or TV in the background, I encourage you to just turn it off for now. And I want to start with Pala Mudra, and this is the gesture of the alms bowl for anxiety. So this is like the monk's begging bowl mudra, and it's used in the practice of receiving alms, which is basically like a donation gift. So you're going to start with your left palm facing up, and you're going to take your fingers and place them about 4 fingers distance under your navel, palm up. And then you're going to take your right hand palm down and just make this cupping, like almost like you have a sphere in your palms, and you're just holding the sphere, but you don't want your palms to touch. So right hand in line with your navel, left hand lower than the navel, about 4 fingers worth. And I want you to breathe here. This is an excellent mudra for supporting the treatment of anxiety. If you feel any kind of anxiety during this time, this is great for releasing stress and muscular tension, reducing blood pressure, supporting the health of the reproductive, the digestive, and eliminatory systems. This also instills a sense of trust and non-attachment within ourselves, while also cultivating a sense of wholeness of the self, of yourself. And just hold this mudra. And a mudra just means purposeful placement of your hands or anywhere in your body. In this particular case, it's our hands. And you can just repeat silently to yourself after me. At peace within my inner being, I experience a greater sense of security. At peace within my inner being, I experience a greater sense of security. And one last time, just quietly to yourself. At peace within my inner being, I experience a greater sense of security. Take a loving breath in with a slight lift in your heart. Soften your shoulders as you exhale. Bring your palms together to touch and your hands to your heart. Set your intention here in this space. Something that you wish to see more of in your life right now. And I phrase it this way. My teacher, Terry Honeysuckle, phrased it this way because it's with you right now. You're not separate from it. So breathe into your intention and just breathe out the rest. Okay, move your mat to a wall in your home, because this class is going to consist of a lot of poses at the wall. That's going to invite in a lot of playfulness and fun and challenge and hopefully a little bit of inspiration for you as well. We will end with a guided meditation, anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes at the end, in which we'll tone it way, way down and have a deep chill at the end. So all of your hard work will be worth it. So meet me on your mat in child's pose. Okay, so you're here on your mat in child's pose. Go ahead, nestle down into child's pose. Let your heart relax down. Forehead relaxes down. You'll excuse me, I'm kind of losing my voice. This is actually my third class to teach today, which is awesome. Awesome. So, and I'm just really giddy with excitement to teach this to all of you today, and I'm glad you're here. So if you're all settled in, child's pose, stretch your arms forward really, really long. Sink your hips down deep, okay, on top of your heels. Take 3 breaths. Two more. One more breath in. Big breath out. Okay, now I want you to walk yourself upright to sit in a wide-kneed hero's pose. So your hips are on your heels, and you can 100% tuck your toes if you want to. We're gonna take seated cat and cow. So on your inhale, heart up, inhale. Push your heart backwards as you exhale. Keep going. One more round, just like this. Heart up. Heart back, really big, deep. Now add your arms. I want you to take your hands together and interlace your fingers. Now push your palms away. So this is gonna accentuate cat pose. Now on your inhale, hands through your chest. Uninterlace your hands and reach up. Fingers spread. Okay, back through center, push away, all on the exhale. You're gonna find your own rhythm. I'm doing it real slow so you can see. You inhale up, you exhale, back and down. This is gonna help stretch out your hands. If you're like me, you've been like texting on your phone, or you've been working on your phone or on the computer or reading or whatever it is, help stretch out your palms, right? Stretch out your wrists. Maybe you give a little roll to your wrists at the top. This is all about playfulness, all right? Could you dance your hands forward and backwards for one more round? And I want you to find a really neutral spine. Bring your knees about hip width distance apart. Come into a tabletop position. You're here in tabletop position. You're gonna have to find some kind of adjustment with your legs. You wanna reach your leg so it's completely extended against the wall. Whichever leg's at the wall, you're gonna reach your opposite arm forward. So I have my right leg at the wall, and I'm gonna reach my left arm forward. And I want you to really press into that wall, but the wall isn't supporting your weight. It's just helping guide you here. Okay, a couple more breaths. I'm gonna adjust this camera so y'all can see a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, take one more breath in. Okay, you're gonna bend your back knee away from the wall and reach around and grab a bind. Not sure if that helps, but okay, breathe here. Lift up a little higher as you breathe in. Stay on the exhale. One more time, inhale, unravel into tabletop. Okay, other leg, shoots against the wall. Okay, now opposite arm reaches forward. Breathe here. You're breathing deep breaths. Now bend your back knee, reach around, grab a bind. You're gonna kick your shin up and back, Really lift through your heart here. Deep breaths. Unravel yourself slowly, tabletop. Look up, cow pose. Curl into child's pose from cat spine. Now take a thread the needle. Take your left arm under your right or vice versa. Stretch your arm reaching forward, like really reach it forward. You can bend your arm that's threaded through and just give yourself a hug. That's one of my favorite things to do. And remember your mantra, right? Inside myself, I experience peace and a greater sense of security. Feel that amidst your breath as you switch sides. Just taking our time here, breathing. You can hug yourself on this shoulder blade if you want to. All right, slowly unravel yourself, child's pose. Okay, inhale to tabletop and move into a downward facing dog. Now, when you go into downward facing dog, walk yourself back so that your heels are at the wall. Okay, so I can feel my heels on the wall. If your heels are lifted, you might find them at the wall. Okay, something like this, if you can see. Okay, otherwise, heels can be on the ground, it can be at the baseboard, whatever. Your arms reach forward. And just breathe here. Take some time to pedal out your feet. And then just feel the connection. I can feel like the baseboard against my Achilles. So you want to just honor this for a moment. And breathe. If you've never done a flow against the wall, it is the most fun and challenging thing ever. So make sure you have fun with your practice today. I want you to take your feet wide towards the edges of your mat and walk your hands back a little bit. You're going to start to feel your legs connect with the wall. And I want you to rest in a ragdoll pose. So adjust yourself accordingly. So that if you need to bend your knees a little bit, move your feet away from the wall so that your booty and thighs can rest at the wall, do that. I find if my glute muscles and quadriceps can rest at the wall, then I feel extremely supported in my low back. My belly squeezes and I can somersault forward a little bit. Okay, drop your hands, bring your feet together, step away from the wall a little bit, lift halfway, forward fold. Sweep all the way up, forward fold. You might find a little connection with the wall on the way down. Lift halfway, forward fold, sweep all the way high, forward fold, half lift, fold down. Okay, this time reach all the way up. All right, palms connect, step back to the wall. All right, reach up high, and then you're gonna side bend to one side, but keep your shoulder blades completely connected to the wall. All right, push your hips in the opposite direction of your fingers. You can drop one arm down if you want to, but stay connected to the wall with your top shoulder especially. Take one more breath in and out on this side. Feels kind of intense after holding it for a little bit. Reach up through center, both arms still at the wall. Take it over to the other side. You can drop one arm down once again. Top arm stays connected to the wall, like really lean back, and then push your hips. Pull up to center as you breathe in. Cactus bend your elbows. Step about like a couple inches away from the wall here. All right, I'm gonna reach your arms up, and then I want you to bend your elbows so your hands kind of move to the back of your head. So the thumbs are at the back of my cranium, like where my ponytail is. I'm gonna squeeze my belly up towards my forearms and push my forearms up to the ceiling. Start to create a little bit of a back bend here. Now, this is the fun part. Maybe you extend your arms and find the wall with your fingertips. The wall is gonna help you in your back bend, okay? So you can push your hips forward and really start to sink into this back bend. You can start to walk your hands down the wall. I want you to take the next 3 to 5 breaths to breathe here. Like find a spot where you're like, holy cow, I feel it. And I want you to hold right there. Try not to dump into your low back. Keep squeezing up into your upper thoracic vertebrae. Then use your fingertips, push off the wall, and bring your hands to your heart. Take a beautiful breath in. Blow it all out. Sweep your arms high. Forward fold. Right, lift halfway. Walk forward to high plank and backwards so that your heels are, up the wall. And you're in high plank here. Okay, deep breaths. Now, when we shift forward on the tippy toes, really pull your heels away from the wall. Shift forward, heels on the wall, press back. Balls of the feet stay connected with the baseboard, okay? Shift forward, shift back. One more time, shift forward, you can drop to your knees, that's what I'm gonna do, and lower all the way down. Good. All right. You're here, move a good enough distance away from the wall so that your toes have some space. I'm gonna turn so I can face all of you. All right, baby cobra pose, lift your head and chest. Lower down as you exhale. Head, chest, and palms lift. Lower down, breathe out. Again, lift. Lower. One more time, lift. And come all the way down. Extend your right arm out towards the right side of the room. Everything's in line with your shoulder. You're gonna roll onto your right hip. And if you feel like your head is lifted up, you have to hold your head up. Grab a pillow, or grab a block if you have one at home, slide it underneath your head. Now, the more that you work your glutes, your butt muscles towards the ground, the deeper this stretch becomes. So you can work towards placing one foot on the ground, both feet on the ground. You have some options for about 2 more breaths. All right, slowly unravel yourself and roll to the other side. This is another pose that we're gonna do at the wall here in a little bit, so it'll feel really good. So just kind of generating movement here, rotation through your spine, rotating onto your left hip now. Use your next 2 breaths to come out slowly. All right, from here, press yourself up into a full cobra pose. Breathe in, downward facing dog as you exhale. Okay, so you're here in downward facing dog. I want you to curl forward into a high plank. Okay, and then from high plank, I want you to dip your hips down, lift your heart up. So you're in cobra pose, your knees are lifted and your toes are tucked. Okay, squeeze your shoulders together on your back, engage your belly. Right here, I want you to bend your right knee, okay? So you're balancing. Hold here and breathe. Now slowly, push into down dog and hug your knee into your nose as you exhale, okay? Let's take it to motion. Inhale into that up dog position. Down dog crunch. One more time. Inhale, down dog crunch. Hold down dog crunch shoot your right leg up and against the wall. Okay, from right here, hold, breathe. Your three-legged dog at the wall. So if your top leg can make some kind of connection with the wall, cool. Now take your top knee and just bend it. Move your foot away from the wall. Breathe here. Take another inhale. Come into a downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath in. Haw it out. Good. Breathe in. Blow it out. Walk your hands back to your feet. Okay. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Rise all the way up. Catch a little back bend. You can use the wall if you want. Inhale up and bow forward as you exhale. Lift halfway and walk forward to high plank. All right, let's do the other side here in high plank. So bend your left knee. Well, let's see. First we want to curl into that up dog position. Now we want to bend the left knee. Okay, hold here. Move into a down dog crunch, knee to nose. Up dog, down dog crunch. One more time. Up dog variation, down dog crunch. Okay, shoot your leg up the wall. Three-legged dog. Adjust yourself, maybe walk your hands back a little bit. Breathe here. Now bend your top knee, hip stack. Breath here. Step into a downward facing dog. I want you to take your feet really wide here in down dog. Okay? Find your hips against the wall once again, and then take a twist. Take your right hand to the middle of your mat, left hand to your right ankle. Use the wall as support here. Push your hips and your legs into the wall. Drop your heart and twist. Switch sides. All right, walk back to center. Okay, let's take regular old boring down dog, but it's spicy because it's at the wall. So reach your right leg up once again. Now this time I want you to walk your hands halfway to your bottom toes. So you're kind of coming into standing splits at the wall. So you can kind of see me sliding up into this. Take your hands a little bit wider than you normally would. Grip with your fingers. You'll find that sweet spot where you're like, yeah, I can't go any higher, D. Right? My inner thighs feel like they're gonna split apart. All right, and then just hold right there. Yeah. Okay, now walk your hands back forward. You'll feel your foot slide down the wall. Hug your knee into your nose. Step forward, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Oh yeah. Hands come up to your front quadricep. Sink your hips down towards your front heel. Lift your heart high. You can take your hands and thread them behind your back. Okay, one more breath in. Half splits. Straighten your front leg out. Push your hips backwards. Breathe here. Okay, from right here, I want you to bump up into pyramid pose. If you have a block, or if you're at home, you have a chair handy, it's nice to put a chair like right in front of you. Put your hands on that. You don't have to go buy fancy yoga stuff, I promise you. I've tried every trick in the book. All right, so, but it is nice to have, you know, blocks sometimes. You want you to breathe right here. Really stick your butt muscles backwards and up. Okay, heart forward and start to bow down. All right, I want you to place your hands on the ground right here, okay? Press into your hands, and I want you to shoot your front foot up the wall. Toes connect with the wall, all right? Press into that leg. Feel your bottom leg lift up. Hold here and breathe. Deep breath. Squeeze your belly. Don't dump into your rest. You got it. Your legs are suspended. Drop back down. Downward facing dog. Oh, yeah. Now the fun part is just remembering everything that we did on that side to do it on this side. Okay. From down dog, shoot your left leg up the wall. Okay, it helps to untuck your toes, right? Just let the top where your shoelace connects. Slide that up the wall as you walk your hands backwards. Just about halfway to your bottom foot. You can stay up on your bottom ball of your foot, bend your bottom knee, okay? Even though mine might look like they're straight, there's still a bend there, I promise you. Okay, breathe. You wanna walk it back a little further, you can. Okay, now start to walk your hands forward. Your top leg slides down the wall, knee to your nose, hug in. Step into a low lunge. Toes in line with your fingers. Drop your back knee down. Let your hands come up to your front quadricep. Sink your hips low. Lift your heart up. Relax your shoulders down your back. You can catch a bind here if you want. Another inhale. Half splits as you exhale. You guys might be wondering, like, how do you come up with this stuff, Dee? This is literally what I do at home. Find a wall and I just play around on it, okay? So this might spark some curiosity for you. I encourage you to play, right? Let me be your guide, but you explore, whichever way would feel good. Come up into pyramid pose now, all right? You can grab a block or have that chair handy. Maybe you're like, I just put my hands on the quad, that's fine too, all right? All right, butt pokes out, heart forward, then you can start to bow after you've found some length. And if you guys are not sweaty yet, like I am, then hopefully you're about to be, okay? So here we go. You're gonna press into your palms, all right? Send your front leg up into the sky at the wall. Toes connect, I'm at the wall here. Press, lift your bottom foot. Hold here and breathe. Engage your belly, buoyancy in your elbows. Okay, come down, downward facing dog. Let's take a child's pose. Rest here in child's pose, hands back by your ankles. Let your shoulders fall up over your knees. You have one cheek down, flip your cheek. Okay, rise up. All right, camel pose here at the wall. I want you to tuck your toes, okay, and push your heels to the wall here in camel pose. Reach your arms up, and then push your hips forward. Take your hands to the wall, okay, wherever would feel comfortable. And then if you have your toes tucked and you're like, that does not feel good, Dee, because I'm like in that position where I'm like, it doesn't really feel good. So I'll untuck my toes and lengthen out my knees further away from the wall. And just take camel pose. I want you to lift your heart up. Try not to just push your hips forward and dump into your low back. It's easy to do. Really engage your belly and lift your heart. Slowly come out. Hands to your knees. Sit on your heels. Take a cat spine. Ooh, yeah. Heart up as you inhale. Cat as you exhale. Okay. Downward facing dog, here we go. When you're in downward facing dog, all right, let's take the right leg up the wall once again. Walk your hands back just about halfway, okay, not too far, okay? Now, I'm gonna send my bottom foot up the wall with my top foot. I want you to just get used to holding this position, okay? You might feel both feet up the wall. Okay, now here's the trick. Try to find a 90-degree. You might walk your hands forward a little bit as your legs slide down the wall. So you're gonna find this inverted down dog at the wall. Engage your belly, okay? And when you wanna come out, bend your knees and step out slowly. Child's pose. Oh yeah. This is where, again, it's really great to video record yourself. You have some time at home, check it out. Have somebody stand next to you and be like, hey, you need to walk your legs down the wall a little bit more, because you're gonna feel all of that intensity in your arms and engage in your belly. All right, let's do it again. Down dog, down dog. All right, from down dog, send your opposite leg up the wall first. Okay, and this is where you might want to go wider. I misspoke earlier when I said walk it backwards. You might want to go wider, further away. Okay, and then breathe right here. Engage your belly, engage your core. Maybe you're like, I'm gonna lift one leg off the wall. Maybe you flirt with your toes at the wall. You can practice handstand. Come out when you're ready. Child's pose, really nice. Deep breaths in child's pose. And then here, I want you to just like give some love to your wrists, okay? And more engagement of your belly if you feel like your wrists are being dumped into a lot. This will also just take some practice. All right, rise up. Let's take down dog once again. But this time in down dog, drop to your forearms in dolphin pose. Okay, so you're here in dolphin pose. Oh yeah, you guessed it, we're gonna do the same thing. So dolphin pose, you might do it one time, you'll find that sweet spot. Okay, one leg up the wall, straighten, both legs up the wall, squeeze and engage. You got it, squeeze to the midline, keep breathing. Come out when you're ready. You can hold dolphin. You might want to hold a down dog. You might be like, child's pose, give me that. Okay? Meet and down dog, let's come back up. All right, you're gonna feel this in your arms, that's okay. We're gonna get a good stretch in the arms here in a second. I want you to send your left leg up the wall now. Okay, when you send your left leg up the wall, walk your hands back to the wall as far as you possibly can. And then I really want you to press into your palms and try to lift your bottom leg up. Hover your foot just off the ground. Woo! It's just very, very subtle. Then come out. Come out. Take a forward fold with your hands behind your back. Push your knuckles away. Drop your head down. Slowly rise all the way up. My hands fell apart because I'm so sweaty right now. Okay. Everybody take a big breath in and blow it all out. All right. I want you to back up against the wall. Let's start with our right foot, all right? So this is my lead foot. I'm gonna take my pinky edge of my right foot against the wall. Right arm is reaching forward. And I'm gonna keep everything else against the wall as I move into half moon pose. So it's like the hands of a clock. Stay against the wall as I move and shift down into half moon. Top hip stays against the wall, top foot stays against the wall as I start to lift back up. Woo! Oh yeah, switch sides, do it the other direction. Feeling half moon, you might hear some creaks and some popping. I definitely feel that happening in my body. They're gonna come back up Top legs and limbs stay connected to the wall. You're gonna feel it in your core. Step out. Oh, yeah. Move back to your mat. Let's do our standing split variation on the other side. So reach your arms up. Bow forward as you fold. Last strength pose right here. Lift halfway. Bow forward. Walk your hands forward just a smidge. Send your right leg up the wall. Okay, now this is where it helps to walk your hands backwards. Move your bottom heel against the wall as well. Press into your palms and lift your bottom foot up off the ground. Okay, keep doing it. Maybe 2 or 3 pulses. Maybe you hold for 2 or 3 breaths. Slowly take your top leg, pull it down the wall. I want you to roll up as slowly as you can. Neck, head, shoulders, or all the very last things to roll up. Okay. Turn and face the wall now. Okay, so we're turning, we're facing the wall. We're gonna just give it a big hug, like thank you, wall. All right, so I'm gonna start with my left arm so you all can actually see it. Remember that shoulder stretch we did on the ground? We're gonna do it against the wall. So you're gonna roll onto whichever side. Keep your arm in line with your shoulder and just feel yourself roll onto that hip flexor. If your palm is facing the wall, maybe you wanna go palm up and see what that feels like. You might reach around and be like, where are my hands? Could they touch? I want you to slowly roll back onto your belly and over onto the other side. You guys, if you want to get strong really quick, just practice this stuff at the wall every single day. It will increase in your overall awareness of your body super quick, because not only are you building strength, you're also upside down. So you have to learn how to handle being upside down. So we got to learn how to breathe. So if you feel like you haven't breathed at all throughout our time together, that's okay. Just become mindful of it. Come back to the wall. I want you to keep everything at the wall. Your chest, slide your arms up the wall. And I want you to keep your collarbones connected to the wall. Just move your hips away. So this is puppy pose at the wall. Slide your heart down the wall. Not away from the wall, just down the wall. Move your hips away, stick your butt out, chin to the wall, look up to your thumbs. Okay, keep walking down and away from the wall. You're coming into down dog at the wall. So your palms are at the wall. Okay, take your feet wide. And I want you to just breathe into this down dog. So you can feel how my chest is really like sinking down. Okay, so you can see all of that range in your shoulder blades. Okay, that's available. If you have really tight shoulders, this is the pose for you. Okay, deep breaths. You might shift to one side to the next. And I want you to just keep sliding all the way down the wall until you're in down dog once again. Now walk your hands all the way back in between your feet for a ragdoll pose away from the wall. Just nice and easy, sway. Okay. From here, step into down dog. I want you to reach your right leg high and come into a half pigeon pose. Okay, and when you're here in half pigeon pose, walk to the wall, okay? All right, so your hands can be at the wall, and then push yourself upright in your half pigeon pose into a back bend. Now, as you do this, if you roll onto your right hip a lot, you're not going to feel anything on the left side, so take your left hip and roll it down. Maybe you walk your hands up the wall a little bit. Generate more of a back bend. Okay, you can 100% bow forward at any time and give it up, or you can stay with me and bend your back knee. Okay, and you bend your back knee, reach around with the same side hand and grab a bind. You can keep your opposite arm reaching up the wall. You can move it away from the wall, reach straight up in the air. Okay, you can move into a mermaid variation. Bend your back knee more, place it in the pit of your arm. You can interlace your hands and send your heart up to the sun. About 5 more breaths, everybody. If you're still practicing a deeper back bend, let go of it, give it up. Bow forward. Rise up. All right, step back to down dog. Opposite leg lunges forward, half pigeon pose. Okay, do the same thing, but maybe a little bit differently on this side, okay? Spiral down through your right quadricep. You want to really rotate down through the right side. You can walk your hands up the wall once again, just to help aid in a lift in your heart. If you dump into your low back, squeeze your belly up. You can 100% bend your back knee. You can reach around with the same side hand, grab the bind if that would feel good to you. We want to go for a mermaid variation on this side. Hug your heel in towards your glute. Top of your foot rests in the groove of your armpit. Connect fingers and then rotate your heart up to the sun. About 5 more breaths here in half pigeon pose. I'm going to go shut the lights off. I want you all to continue to breathe. Okay, from half pigeon pose, rise up now, and we're gonna move to the wall through a reclined frog pose, okay? Or I guess stay at the wall. We've been at the wall the whole time, not moving to the wall right now, but so you're in reclined frog pose. Let me see if I can, I know now it's really dark, but okay. You're in frog pose, your hips are about 1.5 feet, a foot away from the wall, and then you're gonna place your feet at the wall wide, okay? Everything's in line with your knee. Your hips are in line with your knees. Your heels are in line with your knees. There's a big opening in the middle in your pelvic bowl. And you're just breathing here. About 10 breaths, everybody, 10 breaths. Three more breaths. All right, slow and steady. Walk your feet together up the wall, shins in line, all right, with your hips or perpendicular to your hips. And then just take a twist to the left. Keep your feet connected with the wall, all right? And open your heart up, maybe gaze opposite of your knees. All right, Great. Slow and steady. Walk your feet back up the wall and over to the other side, like the sun rising and sun setting. You can gaze opposite once again of your knees. Really flatten out through your shoulder blades. All right, take a waterfall pose. Both legs up the wall. You'll have to slide yourself closer to the wall now, which is always a fun maneuvering. Okay, so your waterfall pose at the wall, legs are up the wall. Just rest here. I want you to just gather up, you know, what's left of your practice, the remains of your practice now. And see if there's anything that you notice that you would like to take with you. And see if you notice any pieces of your practice that you'd like to just leave on your mat. You can leave it right here where you are. You can send it up and out through the bottoms of your feet. You can send it up and out of your heart, up and out with your breath. Or maybe it just seeps out of you and onto the floor energetically as you leave it. You have any anxious thoughts, just let them float away. Recognize them and let them go. We're going to move into Savasana now. So if you feel like you would like to stay at the wall for Savasana, you know, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, lying flat on your back is perfectly wonderful. And get comfortable because we're about to undergo a guided meditation. Okay, so support yourself with pillows, or you know, lie down in your favorite spot. Maybe you're outside enjoying this beautiful day. And I want you to bring all of your attention to your breath as you take a deep, loving breath in. And just blow all the air out. Just let it go. Relinquish all the air out of your lungs. Visualization is a very powerful, invigorating tool to encourage our own blossoming. And visualizing the process and the prosperity of your creative dreams is a great way to structure your life for success. So as you lie in a comfortable position, I want you to picture a flower that has meaning to you. Maybe it's a tranquil white lily. Maybe it's a passionate red rose or a playful pink daisy. And as I guide you through these next pieces of the visualization, I want you to really focus on each section and what comes into your mind. And allow the flower to become a metaphor for your strength, for your beauty and your vibrancy, and to embody the elements of the flower that you've chosen as you envision growth, power, and renewal. It starts in the seed. This is where it all begins. All that is the flower is contained in the seed, and all that you are is contained in that spark inside you, a feeling at your very core. Find the seed. It's in your heart. And here in the heart, identify a core desire that you wish to cultivate in your life right now. Now imagine the roots of the flower embedded firmly in the soil. The roots hold the flower firmly in place. They represent stability. Roots are what keep the flower grounded. Consider your roots. See them growing deeply and steadily. Feel yourself as determined, resilient, enduring, and solid. Set your foundation right now in this space. Now picture that very first tiny leaf coming up through the earth. And it's barely green and just a bit shy at first. It yearns for forth, soon getting taller. See now a healthy, strong you. See yourself reaching and growing. And this is the perfect time to see yourself making good into better, to climb, to strive for excellence, to build onto that foundation, to go one more step, and then to keep going, to be higher. This is your awakening and perseverance. And now you step into vitality as the stem of your flower is tall and sturdy. It becomes a deeper green and begins to thicken. It may bend, but it does not break. It sways gently, accepting the wisdom of the wind. It thrives. This is you. You are galvanized, yet flexible. You keep going. At last, we see the first sign of color. And now imagine the very palest hue at its inception. See the tints and tones deepen and develop. Imagine this tiny bud as pure potential. It can be anything. It can be everything. The world to you is an open promise, and there are positive changes afoot as each soft petal forms and prospers. See yourself as the ever-evolving bud. You are a perpetual work in progress. Envision life as you burst forth in advancing creativity. And once all the colors are visible, you can't stop them from forming the flower. Inhabit this process of renewal as your desire comes alive into full bloom. This is a deliberate unfurling now.
Before your eyes, the petals open. Think of all the specific properties of your flower. Focus on the shape of each petal. See its lines and contours. See every nuance of color. Contemplate the qualities that this flower embodies: love, peace, beauty, whimsy, flamboyance. This is the essence of the flower's existence. It must bloom to go on living. And the bloom may have many spots, blemishes, or even erratic curves. It's often perfectly imperfect. It's made up of many various shapes and sizes. Each part, each piece, in exactly the right spot to make up a cohesive bloom, much like the many facets of you. See the pieces of your fulfillment coming together. Like a flower, you are complex. Inside, you are many wondrous things. Reflect on this energetic exertion. The flower has preened in splendor until it's time to curl back in for a while. So relax now. Spend these long moments in quiet contemplation. Offer stillness. Be content. Store your resources in a time of replenishment. You and your flower have completed a cycle. This is the time you experience surrender and acceptance. And where you are, right here and right now, is exactly where you are meant to be. And just know that you are perennial. And just as flowers will come again and again each spring, there is no end to your cycle of blooming. There is no limit to the beauty, courage, creativity, and vitality that emerges from inside of you. Opened or closed, your bloom is constant. And such is the wisdom of flowers. They always turn towards the sun. So take a deep breath in now and lift your heart up gently towards the sun and release all the air from your lungs. Again, breathe in and breathe out. You reach your right arm up over your head, followed by your left. And take a really big stretch up and down the length of your mat or wherever you are. If you're at the wall, come down from the wall. And just curl yourself into the fetal position on your favorite side. And I encourage you to rest here for as long as you may need. And when you emerge, just emerge forth with the newfound sense of renewal, self-compassion, and understanding. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, everybody. You can catch me on YouTube.